Queerly Represent Me is a not-for-profit charity organisation that champions diversity in games, not just in the games themselves, but also in the industry that creates them.
Queerly Represent Me has the largest database of games featuring queer representation worldwide. Right now it has 1,453 games in it. Each entry has a little bit about the game, who made it, where you can play it, when it was made, and it just gives people a little bit more information than a name on a list.
In addition to researching and cataloguing the games themselves, we also work with professionals in the industry to make sure that they're educated and skilled in how to do representation well.
Queerly Represent Me offers one-on-one consultation as well as free public guides for best practice in the industry.
So we talk with people and organisations about creating diverse and safe workspaces, events and games.
We also run yearly audience surveys, which helps to assist us in our research, but also to help us to understand what the attitudes are towards the current state of representation and where representation fits in the games industry at large. Members from the Queerly Represent Me team attend academic conferences as well as conventions and industry conferences to both present our research and also to talk about diversity in general. We also hold fundraisers, some of which occur at events like PAX, that allow us to connect to the community and to raise funds that let us continue to keep doing what we're doing. Queerly Represent Me also runs a few projects and spotlights, including an interview series with members of the games industry that identify as queer. We also have a project run by me called the Queer Games Journey. It aims to make people more aware of lesser known games that might feature more diverse types of content. Queerly Represent Me has also been nominated for several awards. This year in 2018, we were lucky enough to win the education category of the Tech Diversity Awards.
What's really important about the work that QRM does is that it provides a sense of representation. It's much harder to be successful and make a way in the world when there isn't media out there showing that you can be that person. Representation is really important because not only is it easier to go out into the world and feel like you have a place and can succeed when you can see that happening for people like you in media, but it also means that when other people who aren't like you see that media, they feel more willing to accept and offer you opportunities in those spaces.
My name is ALAYNA and I am the Managing Director of Queerly Represent Me. I originally founded Queerly Represent Me in May 2016 as a resource for me in my own research into queer representation in games. I decided to make that resource public in the hope that it might help other researchers and also just people who wanted to find games that represented them. I received an even more positive response than I was originally expecting, and that meant there was a lot more work to be done. So I reached out to several people, and from there the Queerly Represent Me team was born. In July 2018, Queerly Represent Me finally became a not-for-profit organisation, so now we have even more resources to help us to spotlight queer developers in the games industry and to research queer representation in games. Even though we're called Queerly Represent Me and our focus is on sexuality and gender, we definitely understand the importance of intersectional diversity, and we are trying to support all marginalised people in any way that we can. Project for Awesome is an incredible initiative that I've been watching since it first started. I remember having the live stream open for the full 48 hours, and I really appreciated the awareness raising as well as fundraising that the initiative was able to do for the charities that it was supporting. I never thought I would be in a position where I was managing my own charity, and I didn't think I would be able to make a video for Project for Awesome about what is my baby that I'm very proud of and that I'm very excited to be able to talk to you about today. We would absolutely love your support in helping make the games industry a more accepting and inclusive space for all marginalised people, including the queer community.
If you're interested in Queerly Represent Me and finding out more about what we do and how you can get involved, you can go to our website, queerlyrepresent.me, or you can follow us on Twitter at queerlyrepme.